What if everything you call your life is not actually happening the way you think it is? Not in the sense of illusion as something false or unreal, but in the sense that what you experience may not be the event itself, but a reconstruction, a delayed interpretation assembled somewhere between reality and awareness. Because when you pause and look closely, something subtle begins to emerge. Everything you see, everything you hear, everything you feel arrives late. Light takes time to reach your eyes. Signals take time to travel through your nervous system. Your brain takes time to organize and interpret them. By the time you experience anything at all, it has already happened. What you call the present is not truly present, and it is a carefully assembled version of the past, presented to you as if it were immediate, and yet it feels completely real. This creates a quiet but profound tension beneath everything you experience, because if what you call now is already gone by the time you perceive it, then you are never truly touching reality directly. You are always one step behind, always receiving something that has already unfolded. And still, your mind seamlessly stitches these fragments together, creating the sensation of continuity, of flow, of a moving present that never seems to break. It is so convincing that you rarely question it, but if you do, even for a moment, the structure begins to feel less solid than it once did. And it goes deeper than delay. Because not only do you experience everything slightly after it happens, you never experience anything in its raw form. You do not see the world as it is. You perceive patterns of light translated into electrical signals. You do not hear sound as it exists outside. You interpret vibrations through a complex internal process. You do not feel reality itself. You feel a version of it that has been filtered, shaped, and rendered by your nervous system. What you call reality is not the thing itself, but a model, a representation constructed within your mind. It is useful, coherent, and deeply convincing. But that does not guarantee that it is identical to what lies beyond it. And this is where the question begins to turn inward. Because if everything you experience is constructed, then where exactly is the world you believe you are in? You say that you are inside it, that you exist within a vast external universe. But every color you see, every sound you hear, every sensation you feel, exists within awareness. The sky, the ground, the distance between objects, even the sense of space itself, all of it appears within the field of your experience. You never step outside of it, not even for a moment. So what if the direction is reversed? What if you are not inside reality, but reality is appearing inside you? Not as an abstract idea or a philosophical metaphor, but as a literal description of your experience. Because no matter how far you look, no matter how deeply you try to reach outward, everything you ever encounter is known only because it appears within awareness. The world does not come to you directly. It arises within the space in which you are already present. And still there is the feeling of being separate, a sense of being an observer, a point of view located somewhere behind the eyes, looking out into a world that exists independently. This feeling is so natural, so immediate, that it rarely feels like something that could be questioned. But what if that sense of separation is not fundamental? What if it is part of the construction itself, a feature of the model designed to organize experience into something that can be navigated, understood, and sustained over time? If that is the case, then the question shifts, and it is no longer simply what is reality, but something far more subtle and difficult to grasp. What is it that is aware of it? Because if everything you experience appears, then awareness is not inside the experience. It is not one object among many. It does not move through space or time in the way that everything else seems to. It is the space in which all of it appears, the silent presence in which every thought, every perception, every moment unfolds. And if that is true, then something extraordinary follows. Everything you have ever known, every memory, every place, every moment you believe to be outside of you, has never been outside of awareness. Not the past, not the future, not even the sense of time itself. All of it has always appeared within the same field, the same presence, the same unbroken continuity of experience. So the next time you look around, pause, not to analyze, not to explain, but simply to notice everything you see, everything you feel, everything you think is appearing. And then ask yourself as honestly as you can, if everything I experience appears within awareness, where exactly am I?